The ocean holds secrets that humanity was never meant to uncover. In June of 1947, a series of chilling distress signals fractured the airwaves across the Straits of Malacca, one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. Multiple radio stations and nearby ships picked up the frantic, erratic tapping of a Morse code. The operator's hands must have been shaking as the message broke through the static. It was a cry for help from a Dutch cargo ship named the SS Ourang Medan. The words sent a shiver down the spines of everyone listening. The message read, "All officers, including captain, are dead, lying in chart room and bridge, possibly whole crew dead."
After that initial horrifying statement, there was nothing but dead silence on the radio for what felt like hours. Rescuers desperately tried to signal back, but the ship remained ghostly silent, drifting aimlessly through the pitch-black sea. Just as the radio operators were about to give up hope, the static returned. One final, desperate transmission came through the radio. It wasn't in Morse code this time, but a faint, gasping human voice. The speaker breathed heavily, terrified of something hidden in the dark. He muttered two final, haunting words. "I die." Then, the line went completely dead.
An American merchant ship named the Silver Star was closest to the coordinates. The captain immediately turned his vessel around, pushing the engines to the limit to find the distressed ship. Hours later, through the thick morning fog, the massive silhouette of the SS Ourang Medan appeared. There was no smoke, no fire, and no signs of life. The ship was just floating blindly with the waves. The rescue crew lowered a small boat and boarded the silent vessel. As their boots hit the wooden deck, they realized they hadn't just boarded a broken ship. They had walked straight into a living nightmare. The sight that greeted them on the deck was something out of a horror movie. The entire crew was scattered across the floor, completely lifeless. But it wasn't just the fact that they were dead that shocked the rescuers. It was the terrifying way they had died. Every single body was frozen solid in a state of pure, unadulterated terror. Their eyes were wide open, bulging out of their sockets, staring directly up at the burning sun. Their mouths were gaping wide open in frozen, silent screams, and their rigid arms were locked in place, pointing directly towards something unseen in the sky above them. The rescuers moved deeper into the ship, navigating through the narrow, dark corridors. Even the ship's dog, a large German shepherd, was found dead on the deck. Its body was also frozen stiff, its teeth bared in a terrifying snarl toward the empty air, as if it was fighting off an invisible monster before its heart stopped. When the investigators examined the human bodies closely, the mystery deepened. There was absolutely no blood, no stab wounds, and no signs of a struggle. Every man had died from sheer fright. Yet whatever killed them had left no physical mark on the ship or on their skin. As the story spread, scientists and military officials began to brainstorm terrifying theories to explain the massacre. The first major theory suggested that the Ourang Medan was secretly smuggling dangerous chemical weapons or illegal nerve gas left over from World War II. Believers of this theory argue that the hazardous cargo hold cracked open, leaking a toxic, invisible cloud across the decks. This deadly gas would have caused the sailors to suffer from horrific, painful hallucinations, making them scream in agony and go blind before suffocating them within seconds. But many researchers argued that gas couldn't explain the expressions of ultimate horror or why everyone pointed to the sky. This led to a much darker, supernatural theory. Paranormal experts and UFO researchers claimed that the ship had a terrifying extraterrestrial encounter in the middle of the ocean. They believe a massive, silent alien craft hovered directly over the vessel, projecting an energy field or exposing the crew to an otherworldly entity so terrifying that their human minds instantly snapped, causing their hearts to fail on the spot. Unfortunately, the world would never get a chance to perform a proper medical autopsy on the dead crew. Just as the crew of the Silver Star prepared to tow the ghost ship back to port for investigation, a strange smoke began rising from deep within the lower cargo holds. The fire spread with unnatural speed, forcing the rescuers to abandon the ship and race back to their boat. Minutes later, the SS Ourang Medan exploded into a colossal fireball, splitting the metal hull into pieces and sending the entire ship sinking rapidly into the deep abyss. With that final explosion, the ocean claimed its evidence, burying the truth under thousands of feet of water. Today, the legend of the Ourang Medan remains the greatest and most terrifying maritime mystery in human history. Was it a deadly government cover-up? A tragic chemical accident? Or did those men truly look into the eyes of a supernatural horror? What do you think really happened out there in the dark sea? Let us know your theories in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe to the Dark Vault for more unsolved nightmares. Sleep well, if you can.